Hey there, it's Nina with Walla Stamping. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a great day. This is the project that I'm going to be sharing with you. Did these not turn out so adorably cute? I have to tell you that this is not my original idea. I was looking around on Pinterest just trying to find some inspiration, and I saw a bag made very similar to this. Different products, different paper, but the same basic shape, and I thought this was so darling. So I decided that I was going to create this bag myself and share it with you today. It's really a great size bag. It's 6 inches tall, and the bottom measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So there's a lot of things that you can get in here, and it's really quick and easy to make. So let me set these aside and show you what I'm going to use to make this. Now I do have a kit. The kit is going to be all of the paper and everything you need to create this bag. Go over to my website, wallastamping.com, find the post for this bag, and leave a comment, and you'll be entered to win that kit. Now the paper, well, let me back up just a minute. This paper is Whole Lotta Lovely. I used Blushing Bride and some of the shimmery ribbon in Pear Pizzazz on these two areas here, and then I used Pear Pizzazz cardstock to do my greeting and to make the little tabs at the top. So the paper I'm going to use to make the box for you today is the Naturally Eclectic. I really like this one as well, and this is the pattern that I've chosen. And to coordinate with that, I've got a couple of pieces of Tranquil Tide. This is going to be the bottom of the box. It is 4 7/8 by 4 7/8, and this piece I'm going to be using to cut out the medallion and these little pieces here, and that is cut to 6 by 3, and then I'm going to have one additional piece, which is some Soft Sky, and this is 3 by 4. So to begin, I'm going to grab my Simply Scored scoring tool. Sugar is in here with me, and she is inches away from my feet, so I'm hoping that I don't step to the side and trip over her, because she's always under my feet. She loves her mama. So we're going to score this at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And I'm telling you guys, this bag, box, whatever you want to refer to it as, it is quick and easy to make. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like something you would have taken a long time to put together. So I guess what I'll do first is go ahead, get these score lines folded and burnished. Then I'll take my scissors, and I'm just going to cut straight up each of these score lines, this side and this side. Then I'm going to cut a little wedge out of each one. And we're going to flip it to the other side, and we're going to repeat that again. So if you've ever made a box before, this is pretty standard, and I'm sure you know how to do this part. If you're new to paper crafting, this is really simple. It won't be difficult for you to accomplish at all, and once you've made one, you'll be wanting to make a bunch because they're so easy but really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fast fuse and put that on each of these tabs, and then put this portion of the bag together and just get that fast fuse stuck in there and line up the cut edges as to the folded edges. So once you get this part of your box made, what you're going to want to do next is take your designer series paper, and this is the side that's going to be on the outside. I'm going to be using my fast fuse, and I'm going to run a strip of this right next to the bottom edge here, which this is not a directional paper, so it doesn't really matter which side you put this on. But if this was a directional paper, you want your adhesive on the bottom. Then I'm going to take this ribbon, which is the Lemon Lime Twist finely woven ribbon, and lay that right on top of that adhesive. Then the excess I'm going to snip off, and this was about 13 and a half inches of ribbon. is what I had cut there. So then flip your paper over, and you're going to put adhesive along the bottom edge just opposite of where that ribbon is, and then up one side. So let's go ahead and get our adhesive run right around the bottom edge here, and then come up just one side. Then we're going to assemble. So what you want to do is have your adhesive on the opposite end of where you start attaching the box. So we're going to line the box up right here, even with the bottom edge of this paper, but then we want the paper to start in the middle of what's going to become the back of this box. Then I like to just flip mine over like this and continue to line the bottom of that box up with the bottom edge of your paper. Get that stuck down with each turn. Then finally, we'll bring this around on the back. Get that stuck down at the bottom. Then this needs to overlap right where that adhesive is. Okay. All right, so there you go. That part is done. Now I'm going to take my piece of Tranquil Tide, and I'm going to be using my pretty label punch, and I'm just going to punch out a couple of these, one on either side at one end, because we're going to be using this to cut out part of our medallion right here, and we're going to be stamping on this as well. So what I'm going to do next is use my pen, just make a couple of marks here where I want to punch some holes. I'm using a 1/8 inch hole punch. Then I will put these two together and use the first one as a template to know where to punch the holes in the second one. There you go. Then I'm going to use my fast fuse, and I'm going to run a strip pretty much across the center, and then down here as well. Do the same thing with this one. Then I will take my first one and get it in the center, lay that down. Then I like to line the second one up with the first one. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and tie my ribbon in a bow. And again, I'm going to use the lemon lime twist. Feed that through that hole. I'm going to pull about 6 inches through. Then over here, I'll cut off about another 6 or 7 inches. Feed that through the other holes. Then I'm just going to go ahead and tie this in a bow. Okay, so there's that part. Now what I'm going to do is I need to decide which one of these I want to stamp on and which one I want in the background. I think I'm going to do it this way because I believe it's going to show up better like that. So I'm going to be using the Special Celebrations stamp set, and I'm using this little sentiment here that says, "Hope your day brings just what it should, happiness, health, and everything good." Very cool. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, Blog Candy, when you're over on the website getting your free printable PDF for this bag, make sure that you check out the Blog Candy post. You can get free goodies. So there's that. I'm going to be using my Tranquil Tide stamping pad. I've got my paper on there. I'm going to be using the Layering Ovals Framelits. I'm going to use the third from the largest plain oval, and that's what I'm going to cut my sentiment out with. Then I'm going to use the same size of the scalloped oval and cut out my scallop for the back. Oops, I may have just moved that. Let me make sure it's still straight. There we go. I'm going to put these two together. I'm just going to continue on using my fast fuse, and yes, the first time that I stamped that I smudged it, so I re-stamped it again. So just get that centered up. Then I'm going to use my Stampin Dimensionals on the back. And put this on the front, right in the center. So there we have it. This is the one I just made for you. These are the two that I had made previously. Remember, there is a kit for this one here. When you go over to my blog at wallastamping.com, you will find a instruction sheet there that will give you all of the measurements and all of the supplies that you'll need to create this project. So if this is something that you would like to make, there will be a list of supplies in the description box below this video as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed this project today and that it has inspired you to create this bag and give a gift to somebody that is special to you. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.